Are you like me and when you're out winter camping, your fingers get cold? We're going to talk about today how you can get your fingers warmed back up. Over the last couple of winters, I have gotten frostbite on my fingers a couple of times, which has caused me to get what's called Raynaud syndrome. Some people call it Raynaud syndrome, where my fingers, even in the, not even the coldest, but even the mildest temperatures, if I get a chill, my fingers will turn a yellow color and they'll go numb, which is really annoying. And I'm trying to be really careful not to make it worse and try to avoid frostbite again in the future. So how am I keeping my fingers warm? It isn't by sitting out here in the middle of a lake with no gloves on. Of course, the most important things for keeping your fingers warm is to wear lots of clothes and keep your core temperature warm, and also wear some gloves to keep your fingers warm. But if you're a hammock camper, or there's a lot of things like doing videos where I can't wear gloves, and in those instances my fingers get cold and they get numb, and no matter how thick and warm of a mitten or a glove that you have, if your fingers are cold and you stick it inside of a glove, they're still going to remain cold. And there's a couple things that you can do to avoid that situation and to warm your fingers back up. The first thing is to do some exercise, do some physical labor, process some firewood, do some jumping jacks, go for a long, vigorous hike, anything to get your blood pumping and get that blood flowing back out to your fingers. But sometimes that just isn't the case. And some people may think that it's cheating, but I bring in some artificial sources of heat. The first one that a lot of people already know about is hot hands. These disposable little hand warmers, you just break them up and they warm up and you can put them in your gloves. They also have a version here that are toe warmers. And some of my favorite one when I'm camping when it's, 30 below out is they have these back pain therapy ones, which it covers, right your lower back, and you can Velcro it on like a belt, and going to bed with it on stays nice and warm. I also have a couple new items. The first is the Wasota heated gloves, and they also make mittens, which I have, and they also make a sock. So these are really nice. Let me tell you a little bit more about them. On both mittens, there's a power button. If I press that power button, you'll see that the light comes on, and there are 4 dots across the top. That tells you how long of battery life you have left. And if you click it once, you can see there's 3 bars on the bottom, kind of like your phone, where it goes down to 2 bars, and then it goes down to 1 bar. And what that controls is how warm it is inside your mitten. And of course, if you have it at the lower power, it's going to last a lot longer. And I'll show you on the screen here how long the battery can last at the different power levels. Now, the battery that comes in this is a 7.4 volt, and it's 3,000 milliamps. There are other heated mittens where it comes with a smaller voltage, and that 3,000 milliamp makes these things last for a long time, and they're pretty light. The only thing that I don't like about these is the only way that you can charge those batteries is on an outlet where you can't charge it with a USB. But they do last a long time. But if you are going to go out on a multi-day camping trip and you're going to use these a lot, you might want to pick up an extra pair of the batteries. The palms of these Wasota mittens are made out of a durable microfiber material, and the backs are made out of a lighter weight twill fabric that is wind and waterproof. They feel really solid, and another nice thing about these mittens is where the battery goes, it's a diving fabric that helps keep the heat from the battery in, and it's waterproof. And if I take off my mittens, you'll see that they come with a strap here so you won't lose them. So if you want to take them off and do something quick, you can take them off, and they're hanging there. Once you get done with your little task, you just put them back on and you have that warmth instantly. These Wasota mittens are super comfortable. They're nice and soft. I've got them turned up to high right now, so they're really warm. And the nice part about these is not only are they soft, but the heating coils are not only in your hand, but it's also in your thumb. So the full mitten is warm and super comfortable. So these are a great option. Here's another option that I just picked up the other day. It's similar to the mittens here, but it is a heated hand muff. So this is a little bit different, and this is something that obviously you can't walk very good with your hands in this, but it works under the same principle as those heated mittens. This one actually works off of a power bank. Let me show you here. In this pocket, you'll see that I just have my my Anker power bank stuffed in here, plugs into the USB, and you know, I shove it in this pocket. It's got a little button here on the front again. I don't know if you can see it, but it's red right now. So this warms up. I don't even know who makes this thing. I bought it off Amazon. My Days Outdoor. I don't know, it's like 40 bucks, so it was worth a shot. So what I don't like about this one is the heating coils are just on this one side here. It's just on the back of my hands when I'm here. It's better than nothing. And having that large power bank will make it last for a long time. And this has different power levels too, where it turns to green and blue and red. So it works real nice. And what I do like about this one is, you know, I wear my anorak here that has a great big front pocket on it, and I can shove this thing right in there. So when I'm setting up my hammock, sometimes it's easier to put this inside my pocket, turn it on, do my little things, stick my hands in my pocket for a couple minutes, go on and do my little things, opposed to, you know, putting the mittens on, taking the mittens off. So I do like this in certain instances. This also has a zippered pocket on the back that I can shove my phone in to keep that warm. So it's very handy. So they both have their applications. I would say the mittens here, they're a little bit more effective for keeping your hands warm. You know, if you need it for a long time, if you're going to be sitting around like at a ball game or just sitting out the woods or going hunting, that would be the way to go. If you're constantly getting your hands in and out of the mittens, this might be a better option. So between the disposable, the mittens, the hand muff, going out and exercising, there are all sorts of ways to keep your fingers nice and warm. And the problem that I have is a lack of patience and just being stupid. So if your fingers do get cold, just stop, warm them up, take your time, go back to working in the cold, and keep on repeating. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that you won't be as stupid as me and sit out on a lake with no mittens on. Have some nice warm mittens, have some power mittens. I will put a link to all of the items that I mentioned in this video down below. And if you haven't noticed, I got a new alpaca hat that is actually keeping my head sweating right now. Nice and warm, and you can get one of those from Now Outdoors, and I'll put a link to that down below too. Thanks for watching. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on Facebook. Thanks for coming along. I'll see you out on the trail.